Oh, a couple of days ago, I was telling you about a way that you can capture leads. It doesn't cost any money. And, well, there's a free version and a paid version, but I'm going to show you the free version where you're able to capture these leads and stay in touch with them and try to put a little bit of automation into it. The benefit of doing this is that when you are connecting with people and people are giving you their information, what you want to do is get their information. If they say, oh yeah, I'm interested in your book, or I'm interested in your product or your service, or you know what, I really want to keep up with what it is that you're offering. Well, instead of having all these sticky notes or a notepad with everybody's information on it, or telling them to follow you on social media, it'd be ideal to just go ahead and get their name and email address. In doing so, whenever you have an update about your product or your service, then it's easy for you to send out communication, but then you can also establish a bit of authority with them and let them know that I know about, I know a lot about whatever my topic is. And since I know a lot about my topic, then I'm giving you information about it as we go along. So when you may be ready to purchase, you'll consider me. You also are building a relationship with them. Think about how many sales emails that you receive. Well, there's some, like, for example, Old Navy, they send out back to back, day to day, sometimes multiple emails in one day. And if you're a fan of Old Navy and you're saying, you know what, I'm going to need clothes, I'm going to buy clothes, you're more likely to open their emails than you are to open some random store that you just went into one day, but you don't go to on a regular basis, that you don't have a relationship with, right? So part of you sending these emails is so that you can build that relationship with them. So when they're ready, they're going to say, okay. Now, I've been getting Old Navy emails since I don't know how long, forever, right? But in the midst of me getting these emails, on occasion, yeah, I say, you know what, they're getting on my nerves. But I don't ever unsubscribe because I want to know when they're going to have their sale that is something that I need, or when they're going to be offering something that I need. And so I don't ever unsubscribe. At the same token, do I open all their emails? No, I don't. And most people don't open every single email. But the goal is for you to build this relationship with them so that way you are seen as the source. So the system that I use, they have a free code that I can share with you. It'll be in the what is it, the comments, the notes, or whatever. But you can access this and you'll be able to have it at no cost. I think they'll give it free for up to 1,000 people. So make sure you look in the comments so that you can get the actual link. And then I also have like a handout that can help you when it comes to developing your lead magnet, which we're going to talk about that in a minute. So anyway, when you first sign in, this is what it looks like. This is a test account, so I don't have anything in here, but this is the first page. What I like about this particular platform is it also has, even in the free version, a way that you can collect money and receive payment through here. So to me, it looks a little bit more professional when you're not using like a PayPal or a Cash App or whatever. You can set up ways to sell your product right here inside of your email system. So as soon as someone makes a payment on one of these three things that you set up, then it automatically delivers whatever the it is. So if it's they need to schedule an appointment, if it's they need to get an email with a receipt, and then you want to follow up and give them more emails about whatever, if it's like a check-in kind of thing, like whatever it is that you want to automatically go, it can automatically go out, and it's all in one place. So it, to me, it makes it a little easier to manage. If you want to put it somewhere else, fine, so be it. They do have a learn tab. And this is pretty conversational. They have tons of training classes. They also have like a customer service. So if you ever need help, you can reach out to me, or since you're in the community, you can reach out to me. At the same time, what you can also do is reach out to ConvertKit directly, and they're pretty quick with answering you. And they try to answer you and help work things out and make things work, which I absolutely love. They have an automated feature, which I adore. So with the visual automations, you can set these automations up and you'll literally say someone subscribed to an email at 2 o'clock on Monday. And 2 o'clock on Monday, they're set into an automation of to get 5 emails over the next, let's say, 2 months, and they're going to automatically go out. So I don't have to log in and say, oh, it's time for me to send them another email. It automatically sends the information out. In addition to this, you can also set up that automation that when they open up one of the emails, if they click on something in the email, then they get launched into another sequence of emails. Or maybe they get an offer so that they can buy something, or maybe they don't receive any more emails. So however you want to set that automation up, that's something that can happen next. And there will be also a video that kind of like really digs into the automation side of things because it's a really cool feature. We have broadcasts, which we'll be looking at today. They have the email templates. You can use some of those. They have the sequence. Again, that's a paid feature as well. So we won't dive into that too much. And then we have subscribers and a landing page, which everyone needs a landing page. Okay, so here we go. When you first come in, the most typical place that you would go to is subscribers. And inside of subscribers, you can see everyone. Normally there's like a chart up top. It's blank because, like I said, this is a test account. I don't really use it. No one's in here. And then it lists everyone's email address and the date that they subscribe and their status. So every time someone subscribes to your account or subscribes to receive emails from you, then it automatically puts their information in here. So it'll have their first name, it'll have their email, and everything else. So on the right-hand side, it has all subscribers. It says 0. It says segments, tags, and products. Every time you create a product under the Earn, which you don't have to have a pro or a paid account for Earn, but every time you create a product, it automatically lists the products over here. So if someone purchases, I had a client who sold clothing, and the clothing he was selling in the beginning was Black History t-shirts. So if someone purchased a Black History t-shirt that had a woman on the front, then the thought was, well, they may be interested in another Black History shirt with the woman on the front. So he would make that offer. And if they purchase 2 Black History shirts with 2 women on the front, then clearly they're interested a little bit more on women Black history, right? So then it's a matter of trying to figure out, can I continue to show them more Black women history and are they going to buy more? Or are they going to, or were they interested because these 2 women were both in sports and they just like sports in general? So maybe I show them a man's sport. But you're learning about your audience. And that's one of the key and most important things with social, or not even just marketing in general and sales, is figuring out and learning your audience. So we're going to talk more about that in the future. But with this particular email, what I'm going to do, or this particular lesson, what we're going to do is look at this one. I'm going to add a subscriber in so you can see. So I can add people. They don't have to opt themselves in. I can opt them in. I'm going to use a test email. I don't need to be getting any. So I have a tag set up. So let's say someone signed up and I want them to get emails about, or I want them to be tagged for blue socks because I know that this person loves blue socks. So when they sign up, they automatically go to blue socks because of the way I've set it up. I'll show you that in a minute. But because I'm manually adding this person in, I'm giving them the tag of blue socks. So that way I know that they like blue socks. And when I send out email communication, if there's something special that I could give them for blue socks, then so be it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure I let those people know whenever I have a blue sock something on sale, or maybe a shirt that looks great with blue socks. Like whatever I'm doing, I'm going to try to do it that way. So let me refresh my page because it should have took. Oh, it's still thinking. So what it should do is pop up here, and it should say I have one subscriber over here. All right, it did not. So let me try this again. And I'll put in the real email address and give it the tag. There we go. It took it. So it must realize that that was not a real email, right? Okay, so here's our grid that normally shows up top. You can change the date so you can see more over a particular time range. You can see the total subscribers that you have. You can see the total people that have made purchases and how much money you've generated. So you can do the refunds through here and everything if you need to. So anywho, back to our lesson. It has Monica, it has my email, it has today's date, and it shows over here under tags, I have one subscriber with the tag Blue Socks. So the benefit of this is whenever I want to send anything out that's geared towards Blue Socks, or that may be special for Blue Socks, then that's what I'm going to do. I want to make sure I send that to them. People like to get specific email, not just general stuff. Target sends me stuff about pregnant women. Well, I'm not pregnant. So it turns me off because I don't want to receive something that's not specific or made for me, if that makes sense. And most people feel the same way. I don't want junk. I want the stuff that's actually for me. Now, let's click on the subscriber and you can see more details about it. So this subscriber, you can also put in custom fields. So I have the email, the name. If I wanted to have last name in here, I can do a new field and say I want last names. If I want phone numbers in here, then so be it. I can do phone numbers. Whatever additional fields that I want to have, I can do it, and people can automatically enter it in as we are, as they're entering in their information. They have the one tag of Blue Socks. Just make sure you hit update subscriber when you're done. Now, you can delete or unsubscribe or block someone from here. They can also do that themselves at the bottom of the email, of course. So you see the email history. This email address from this account has not received any emails. You have automations here. They're not in any automations. They're not in any sequences. They're not on any forms. We'll look at forms next. And this last one is purchases. I haven't made any purchases. Okay, so that's the cool part about being able to see everyone's information there. Let's go back to subscribers. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the chat and I will grab those for you and answer those as we go along. I'll try to keep an eye out for that. So now the question is, what are segments? So if I had someone who purchased Blue Socks and then I had another person that purchased yellow shoes, or let's say yellow socks, let's say that was yellow socks, then the segment would be the arching that combines those two together. In that case, it would be socks. So sometimes I may want to send an email for people who are only interested in socks, not necessarily blue socks or yellow socks, but in general socks. And so that's that. To create a segment, you'll click on create segment. To create a tag, you'll click create tag. And so those are easy and natural things that you can do to start that connection and be able to send a little bit more of a custom email. So it's not necessarily a one-to-one email, but it still can be one-to-many, because if you have 10 people who like blue socks, don't send them an email about yellow socks. I hope that makes sense. But it makes it a little easier to send them a targeted email about blue socks. And then the yellow sock people won't have to receive that email and they won't have to feel some kind of way about it. So that's that. So people can be under multiple tags, and that's absolutely fine. Again, you can add subscribers here and put them on whatever tag you want them to be on. If someone unsubscribes, these are all the places that this stuff ends up happening. Cold subscribers are when you have not sent out any communication to people, or not even not sent the communication. They have not opened an email from you in a minute. So that could be you haven't sent anything for them to open, but that can also be you've sent out several emails and they are not opening your emails. Well, if they're not opening your emails, do you really want to keep sending them emails? I mean, they're taking up space. It hurts your numbers. And when your numbers are showing, when the system, just like any system, recognizes that you have quite a few people that are not opening your emails, what they're going to do is start kind of like looking at your stuff a little sideways and maybe giving you a little bit of a hard time to get in the inboxes of others. One also cool thing about ConvertKit over the others is ConvertKit is known to have a higher open rate than most of the other platforms that are available. So it's ideal to use ConvertKit over the other ones. Blocked subscribers, if they hit blocked, bounce, meaning their email address that you have on record or on file, it kicks it back. They might have typed in the wrong email address, or they may have just have a full email box. Complain. They can hit unsubscribe at the bottom of their email, and they can type in a complaint. ConvertKit will receive it, and then you'll know who is complaining. Cancel subscribers, people who have just canceled and then unconfirmed. People who signed up and you had it set that they had to confirm their subscription before you would start sending emails. So we're going to look at that in 1 second. That's under the forms. So they go to your form, they sign up, their form or landing page, they sign up, and you had it set that they had to confirm their email. So they get one email from you immediately saying, hi, you've signed up to receive information about my socks. Click here to confirm. And if they don't click there to confirm, they will never receive your emails. And then, of course, confirm. And that's the default position for most people. All right, next we're going to go to Grow and go down to Landing Page Forms. With landing page forms, it's mainly the way that you're going to connect and communicate with everyone. It's the information that you're going to